Yo, what's going on guys? Evan Tanaka here, back with another video. In today's video, I'll be showing you guys the best badges to add to this Jaren Jackson Jr. card to make him one of the best free cards in NBA 2K22 Myteam. Also, we'll be giving you guys my opinion on what shoe boost I think you guys should add to him, right, to make his stats even better. But before we get into that, if you guys are new here, I'd really appreciate if you could subscribe down below. I post 3 to 4 Myteam videos every single day and give you guys some of the best Myteam content on the platform. Without further ado, let's get on the video. So guys, looking at this Jaren Jackson Jr., honestly, he has a good amount of badges per category. I think his mainly the ones we're going to focus on is going to be shooting badges and playmaking badges. He has a lot of finishing badges as well. He has a lot of defensive badges mainly. I think the two ones we're going to focus on is mainly shooting and then a little bit of playmaking. So let's just get right into the video, tell you guys what I think the best badges to add to this card are. Honestly, I think for shooting blinders, I think Deadeye are the first two you're definitely going to want to add to Jaren Jackson Jr. Blinders, obviously, kind of self-explanatory, just helps with, contest from the side. So if you're shooting the ball and someone's contesting you from the side, it's going to make the contest less, right? So instead of it maybe being a 40% contested or a 35% contested, if you have gold blinders and they're contesting you from the side, it might only be 15 or 20% contested, which makes it a lot easier to green. And then Deadeye, kind of same thing, right? If they're in your face, right, from the front, if it's a 40-30% contested, if you have gold Deadeye, it might be a 15 or a 20% contested. Same thing if it's like a 20-15% contest, it might not only be like a 5-10% contest if you have Deadeye for in front and then blinders is from the side. So they're kind of like the same badge. One of them is contest from the side and one of them is contest in front. So I think Deadeye and blinders definitely are two badges you're going to want to add to this Jaren Jackson Jr. card just to make aim a better shooter overall. He doesn't need chef, doesn't need circus threes, clutch shooter, difficult shots, fade ace, lucky number 7, mismatch expert. Like, he doesn't need any of these other badges for shooting. So for shooting, just going to be Deadeye and just going to be blinders. We look at playmaking, there's a couple ones you could go with. I'm going to say quick first step. It's always nice to have a center that has quick first step. Also, Jaren Jackson Jr. is pretty fast, right? 85 speed, even has 77 speed with ball. Like, I think adding quick first step to him is definitely going to help just make him a little bit faster with moving with the ball. And I think pickpocket you could go with. I think pickpocket's solid for a center, right? Just going to help you get more steals. So I think the first 4 we're going to talk about is going to be pickpocket, quick first step, Deadeye, and blinders. I think those are the 4 you guys should definitely add. The 5th one, you could go a bunch of different ways. If we look at finishing badges, Giant Slayer's not terrible option. Mouse in the House honestly is pretty solid. Limitless Takeoff's not terrible. For me, I think we're either going to go Limitless Takeoff, Mouse in the House, and then maybe look at like a playmaking badge. Like maybe Unpluckable is not bad, right? So he doesn't get stripped underneath the basket. Unpluckable is not terrible. You don't want like Quick Chain or, Hyper Drive. Like, he's not going to be dribbling the ball that much. I mean, you could go Dimer, just to make it so when he passes the ball, his teammates, your players might have a better chance of making the shot. But I'm going to say go Mouse in the House. Mouse in the House is a card that I think a center should have, because if you get a switch and you got a smaller guard on you, basically what Mouse in the House does is it makes it easier for you to score against a player that's smaller than you. I know that makes no sense. I don't know why it's a badge in the game, but if you're like a 6'11" center, right? You're Jaren Jackson Jr., 6'11" center, and let's say you're going against a 6'5" or a 6'6" Klay Thompson. If you don't have Mouse in the House, sometimes Klay Thompson can get a stop on you, but if you have Mouse in the House, it's going to make it easier to score against someone that is smaller. Don't know why that's a thing. It should be making it easier to score against someone that's taller, but it is a thing. So definitely, I think Mouse in the House, blinders, Deadeye, quick first step, pickpocket, those are going to be my 5 badges I think you guys should add to Jaren Jackson Jr. Now talking about the stats. There's a couple good, he has a lot of good stats, but there's definitely some we can upgrade. The first one we're going to talk about is going to be 3-point shot. You can't really have too high of a 3-point shot, especially only starting out at an 87. So I think we're going to get that from an 87 to a 91, and then if you have the coach boost, it's going to be all the way up to a 96. So a very high 3-ball if you get the coach boost and you get the shoe boost. But for the shoe boost, the first one we're going to talk about is going to be 3-point shot. Second one going to be speed. I mean, it's always nice to make your centers as fast as possible. So now he's going to have 89 speed. Just makes him a lot faster, right? There's no point to not have him to make him faster. Next one we're going to go with is going to be steal. Right now he's going to have a 90 steal. He already has an 80 perimeter, 94 interior, 98 block. It's always nice to have a steal on a center. I think steal is very important to have on a center. I think a lot of people look past it because, he's a center. Why should be stealing the basketball? But it actually does help. So for me, the first 3 I would look at is 3-point shot, speed, and steal. And then honestly from there, there's a bunch of different ways you could go. You could go perimeter, you could go acceleration, you could go vertical, you could go strength. Those are some decent options. But for me, I think the next one we're going to go with is going to be driving dunk. Right? I think driving dunk is definitely helpful just in the sense of, if he's driving to the rim, it's just going to make him a better dunker. I think it's one of the best stats you need to have in the game for just driving to the rim is obviously driving dunk. So I think driving dunk is the 4th one we're going to add. And then honestly, this may be a surprise, but I'm going to go defensive rebound. I know 85 is solid, but I think if we can make that 89, just going to make him a better overall rebounder. He's obviously a really good rebounder already, has gold rebound chaser, has Hall of Fame rim protector. Doesn't really matter for rebounding, but has gold rebound chaser. But I think, right, defensive rebound 85, it's solid, but definitely could be higher. There's some centers that have like 95. So I think making his offensive a defensive rebound better is just going to help him overall on the defensive rebounds. So I'm going to go 87 3 ball to a 91. So 3 ball, speed, steal, driving dunk, and defensive rebound. Those are going to be my 5 suggestions for the shoe boost. You guys can let me know in the comment section down below what shoe boost and what badges are you guys going to be adding to Jaren Jackson Jr. Those are my suggestions of what I think you guys should add to this Triple J Jaren Jackson Jr. to make him one of the best free cards in the game. I hope you guys did learn something from this video and hope you guys did enjoy. Catch you guys in the next one. Peace.